What is happening, Magnus? I saw this on my own. Got this notification. It's like, oh, really? They want to see this. They want a reaction. Let's get on it.
And today I'm honored to officially welcome another true American patriot, a 17-year veteran of the Hawaii Army National Guard, a 4-term Democrat congresswoman, very, very popular, the former vice chair of the National Democratic Party and a 2020 Democrat candidate for the United States presidency. You know, she was a very good candidate. Every time she ran, she was good. She did well. She decided to leave. She couldn't take it anymore, but she is very special. And I didn't know this, but she was a lieutenant colonel. That's not bad. Lieutenant colonel. Not bad. I didn't know that. You know, I just found out.
He does this a lot, I noticed.
I said, put it down. You got to put that down. That's bigger. That's better than all the other stuff I read. But no, she's a special person. She's got great common sense, great spirit. She loves our country, and she loves the people in this room. Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, Tulsi, please.
Everybody got their phones out. They ready for the speech.
Thank you.
It's my first time seeing everybody with their phones out at a rally like that or whatever's going on here, but okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Aloha.
Maybe I just never noticed before.
I know we got Hawaii in the house here. There we go.
I've never watched a full rally anyway, but, you know, I've seen parts.
It is a privilege to be here with all of you, my brothers and sisters in uniform, especially on this day of all days. I had the privilege of joining President Trump this morning at Arlington Cemetery, where he joined 2 Gold Star families and loved ones of Staff Sergeant.
What are Gold Star families? Are they generals' families? Admirals' families? Are they is what I'm thinking of. I can't think of it.
Sergeant Hoover and Sergeant G, both of whom were 2 of the 13 killed in the Abbey Gate attack 3 years ago today in Kabul. And I can tell you, as we were there, as he laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, joining these Marines' loved ones, I felt the sorrow that he shared with them in their loss. I felt and saw his sincere appreciation for these servicemen and women who paid the ultimate price and their loved ones who continue to grieve to this day. This is personal for me, as I know it is for so many of you here. This is real. It's not just words. I first deployed to Iraq in 2005 with the Hawaii Army National Guard as a member of Charlie Med.
Charlie Med. Never heard of that before.
As those of you who were deployed during that time know, it was the height of the war, and sadly, we took many casualties. And every day we were confronted with that high human cost of war and that sadness as we boarded the plane when we left, that we were leaving some of our brothers and sisters behind, only to lose others when we got home to suicide. So I mean what I say when I share with you that I know that President Trump understands the grave responsibility that a president and commander-in-chief bears for every single one of our lives. Whether you're a soldier, you're an airman, a Marine, sailor, or a coastie, he keeps us in his heart in the decisions that he makes.
With this, I think back to the accusation of him saying that all the guys in the cemetery were suckers and losers, and I'm like, I'm going to tell you this. I never believed that, because while Trump can say things that may not be so smart sometimes, while other politicians can say that. I'm just like, I just don't believe he would be that stupid to say that. I mean, I think that's just beyond stupidity to say that within an earshot of anyone that could tell that you said it. You got what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to say that.
We saw this through his first term in the presidency, when he not only didn't start any new wars, he took action to de-escalate and prevent wars.
Look, I know some of y'all are, oh, well, he said that before. A lot of politicians have said things that ain't so smart, but that's so completely damning of your position, like to totally destroy your reputation for you to call the troops that lay down their lives suckers and losers. Like that makes no like it seems like I don't know. I can't think of the right words. I just can't see any president that has ever been in office being stupid enough to say something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just I can't see it.
He exercised the courage that we expect from our commander-in-chief in exhausting all measures of diplomacy, having the courage to meet with adversaries, dictators, allies, and partners alike in the pursuit of peace, seeing war as a last resort. The truth is, as we head towards our decision as a country in November, the same cannot be said about Kamala Harris. In fact, the opposite is true, and we're living through this reality today as this administration has us facing multiple wars on multiple fronts and regions around the world, and closer to the brink of nuclear war than we ever have been before. This is one of the main reasons why I'm committed to doing all that I can to send President Trump back to the White House, where he can once again serve us as our commander-in-chief. Because I am confident that his first task will be to do the work to walk us back from the brink of war. We cannot be prosperous unless we are at peace. And we can't live free as long as we have a government that is retaliating against its political opponents and undermining our civil liberties, weaponizing our very institutions against those they deem as a threat. Kamala Harris has done this over the last 3.5 years. She won't hesitate to continue that if she is elected as president. President Trump has been their first and foremost target in this because they don't want us as...
I got a question about Kamala, all the Kamala supporters. How do you go from being lower in the polls, in the ratings, than Joe Biden to just being the best thing since sliced bread in popularity? I don't understand that. I need that explained to me rationally, because I know what people are going to say. Well, most people are going to say, well, it's the machine behind her. They're the media is behind her, and say, oh yeah, she's so great, and they'll fix it. They'll do whatever they need to do to make her look good. You know what I mean? Her approval rating was lower than his. Now all of a sudden, she's just this great icon, and all this stuff is like, I need to understand. Besides what people are saying there, you tell me why she is being shown as just the greatest thing, when just before Biden stepped down, the approval ratings were trash compared to his. That's what I need to know. Someone help me. I need a rational explanation. That's it.
Voters even have the option.
I don't know. I've looked for stuff. I haven't seen nothing yet.
I've been their most recent target. Added to a secret domestic...
Actually, the stuff that I've seen is just saying that the mission basically is like, they're faking it. They're faking the funk. She's not really that popular. They're just trying to make it look that way. But I want someone that supports Kamala to tell me in what they believe.
Terror watch list after exposing the truth about what kind of dangers we would face if Kamala Harris is elected as president. We as Americans must stand together to reject this anti-freedom culture of political retaliation and abuse of power. We can't allow our country to be destroyed by politicians who will put their own power ahead of the interests of the American people, our freedom, and our future.
Hey, you know what? You know what's funny? I ran across this the other day. So, you know, I've seen people, he wants to be a dictator. He wants to be and I said, can someone please send me the clip of him saying he wanted to be a dictator? Just send me a receipt. And if you see it, he was like, only for a day, drill, baby, drill, in this. And he said it kind of like it was kind of funny. So you're telling me you can say with a straight face, oh my God, he wants to be a dictator. But he was saying just for a day, he's going to put this in motion and put that in motion. That's it. A day? A dictator for a day to put two things in motion? Like, come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't trust either side. Like, I talk to people that are for Kamala and they tell me stuff. And then I'll find out, well, it's not exactly that about her. And then I'll find out stuff about Trump. And then it's not exactly that. You know what I mean? It's like people take something, they take an inch, and they go a yard with it, man. Like, this stuff is so irritating. But at the same time, like I said, I'm very interested. This is a very interesting race this year. And if you notice, actually, over the past few days, I really haven't done many. You know what I mean? I did a bunch, but, you know, they're a little tiring to do. But I'm going to continue to do them, the stuff that I'm interested in. But, yo, man, it's like you can't trust either side. You got people willing to vote for people and on both sides when it's just like, well, I don't like this person, so I'm going to vote for that person. Man, like they can't even vote on policy. Voting straight up on emotion. Vote for the person that whose policies, you can look at them and they're going to say, okay, well, I could definitely see X, Y, Z. 1, 2, 3. Okay. X, Y, Z might be the best for me. That rhymed to play at the game. Bars. Vote. But not, I don't like them. And I'm going to vote for you. What? I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. The stupidity of people drives me insane. And the emotion behind all this stuff and voting for somebody just for a color. Don't vote for somebody over a color. Vote for somebody over policy. Okay? I saw someone the other day. Blair White was asking somebody who you going to vote for, something, and why. And chick said Kamala, and she said that that's not what got me. What got me was it's like, you know, this whole abortion thing, and she was like, it's not about whether it's right or wrong. I was like, whoa. I couldn't believe that. Like, it's like, whether it's right or wrong didn't matter. Whether she had the choice to murder her child was what was important. I was just like, wow. It's not whether it's right or wrong. Oh. Until this day, I still stand on it. I cannot believe that people have been socialized to believe that murdering their unborn children is okay. You know, it's funny too, because you can look at different cultures around the planet, and sometimes there'll be things that you're like, oh, wow, they do that? Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. You know what I mean? There's got to be cultures that look at us over here in certain countries that are really for abortion and have to think that, like, wow, like, holy-ish. They're that cold-hearted. They have, wow, your own unborn child. Absolutely dumbfounding, you know? I had a friend, we worked at Cracker Barrel together, waiting tables, and she married a Muslim man. And I remember she had told me that one of the old customs in one of these regions or whatever, she said that he was telling her, he was like, you know, when the husband would die, you know, they would cremate him. and the wife was expected to throw herself on the fire. I find that wild. You got what I'm saying? Like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Stay back. Take care of the children. Help build his legacy in his name. And something like that. Whoa. I mean, it's just certain things, man. I just couldn't see someone saying with that, well, it's not about whether it's right or wrong. It's about my right to throw myself on the fire or not. Like, what? I don't know. Sorry. I be yammering sometimes. Things just be off the dome.
I am proud to stand here before you today, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent. If you love our country, as I do, if you cherish peace and freedom as we do, I invite you to join me to save our country and elect President Donald J. Trump and send him back to the White House to do the tough work of saving our country and serving the people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
There we go. There it is. No lie, I would love to see them run together. I think that would be a team.
Well, thank you, Tulsi. I heard that might happen, but I wasn't sure. And it happened because she's really an amazing person. So I look forward to working with Tulsi and everybody in this room, actually. And as Tulsi mentioned early this morning, Tulsi and I were at Arlington National Cemetery with the families of service members who lost their lives in the catastrophic withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that we withdrew, but the way they did it. We were going to do it with dignity and strength. We were in the process of getting out. We would have never given up Bagram, one of the biggest air bases in the world, 1 hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. We gave it up. We gave them everything. China took it over.
That's insane.
China now occupies it. Can you imagine? The longest, most powerful runways, I think 8 feet of concrete down. And we gave it all up. Spent billions and billions of dollars years ago building it, 1 hour away. And we're gone. And now China occupies it.
That's insane. I tell you this, you know what's funny? Biden ain't have nothing to say about that when they were doing that in the debate. When he talked about all of that, he goes, like, he ain't had nothing to say on that, man. I'm just like, man, you can't give no good excuse for that. Anyway. Coming down to the wire. About to be September soon. Let me know what you think. 10 million subscribers.